What's up, party people? I want to do a quick video on what I'm doing to try to make this slow sim league of the 2025 season play better. If you've been following along, thank you so much. If you're watching the games, I appreciate you. I know we still got a pretty good Falcons following here, and a couple other teams are drawing interest going into the 2025 season. But I want to talk about what I'm trying to do to make this better. Couple problems. Mainly this one. Interceptions are ridiculous. I think I found a way to eliminate quarterbacks throwing a million interceptions, especially those really bad pick sixes to the flats. I think I also fixed a problem where a lot of road teams were winning. Now this is through week 12. Um, I think week 13 there's some really good games. There's some really good animations I've been seeing. Not every game's going to be great. You're going to still have some interceptions, but we're more down to like one or two instead of like 3 to 6 because we've had some really bad games where quarterbacks just absolutely melt down. And then the real annoying ones are throwing the pick sixes to the flats. So I'm going to go over what I'm doing, what I've done. I don't think it's perfect, but I think that if I had done this from the beginning, if I had known about it, we wouldn't have had a quarterback with 24 interceptions to begin week 12 and a couple other more in 20s. It's just, I feel like Madden tries to control the flow of games with interceptions. Hopefully, we can clean that up coming in Madden 26, and I will be on top of that way more than I am this year, where I couldn't really get to slow sim until later in the year. I have two PlayStations. One's a slow sim, and one's a quick sim PlayStation, and I'll be working double time for you to get you the best sliders. I might be doing my own sliders, testing out other people's sliders, but try to get the best slow sim gameplay for you. So this is what I'm going to do. I know not everyone is controlling all of the NFL teams, so you might have a different experience, but this is my experience in this slow sim league where I'm controlling offline franchises and I'm controlling every one. So that kind of throws a monkey wrench into it. So let's get into what I've done to try and fix this league. All right, guys. As you can see, Brock Purdy probably has one of the best touchdowns to interception ratios. Um, so what I started doing was modeling a lot of these quarterbacks after what he has. It's not so much about his abilities. He does have sideline, inside deadeye, and pocket deadeye. So there's some really good abilities he has, but I believe it's also more in his throwing motion and traits. So over the top four, really good throwing motion. And then I'm slowly going through every quarterback and setting their traits to this, which is normal penalty, throw ball away, yes, sense pressure, paranoid, decision maker, ideal, um, and then just bounce. So whatever you see here is what I'm putting most quarterbacks on. Sometimes I will move their decision making down to conservative. That also helps for sure. So for any of you that followed along earlier in the season, Will Howard was an amazing quarterback to watch, and part of it is the playbook. But he is 66 overall here, and he just played absolutely amazing. He has some really clutch throws, 10 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, really good ratio. So I've also moved some quarterbacks into his style. He's got over the top two, and his traits are discipline penalty, throw a ball away, yes, sense pressure, ideal, conservative decision maker, high motor, predictability, yes, and scrambling. So um, Will Howard was very fun to watch. So those two kind of molds we're sticking to. I mean, you can see Aaron Rodgers here, 15 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and I mean, he's not great. Part of it's probably throwing motion, and you know, ideal sense of pressure, ideal decision making. Not the best thing you want to see. There's a lot to go into it. So that's step one, as trying to make these quarterbacks play more conservative. And I definitely noticed um, a difference, and I think you will too in Week 13, which is currently going on. Check out some of the games. Now they will, from time to time make some dumb interceptions, especially in the red zone. Some things I just think are coded in, are Madden related. So there's nothing I can do. And then the second thing become the weekly strategy for the defenses. The computer wants every team to train defend outside run. Now, before, for most of the season, I was training defend short pass, and I just kept going with what was working. I I'm not sure if these game plan things do anything in slow sim. I've heard yes, I've heard no. Maybe it depends on what update you're living in of Madden. But defend short pass, I took. I'm not doing that anymore. It seemed like it made them extremely um, good at picking off these underneath passes, these passes to the flat and pick sixing them. I mean, I just think it made the DBs play really well. And you'll notice in week 13, a lot more batted balls, which is good to see, both deep, short, medium. So definitely more batted balls and less interceptions. So that's number two is getting every defense now trains defend outside run. I might try and see what happens when I do defend inside run or deep pass, but definitely want to stay away from short pass and medium pass. See a lot of interceptions with those, maybe even QB contain, see what happens there. So that was number two. And then number three, this is more to fix the road team winning so much, is now I'm controlling the away team. So every game before I was controlling the home team when I started the game. From now on, we want to do the road team, and that made the results, in my opinion, a little bit more favorable to the home teams. Now there still is, some things that go into road teams winning. Road teams aren't just losing every game, but road teams aren't winning as much as they were throughout the season. So in my opinion, starting week 13 and some of week 12, definitely see a better balance of touchdowns to interceptions and home teams winning. Tell me what you think. This might not really help you that much because maybe some of you aren't controlling both teams, but if you are controlling both teams offline, slow sim, this should definitely help you clean up. Now, and I've also seen sacks get cleaned up. Now we still have some teams, still have some games where some teams getting 5 sacks, a ton of sacks. But I've also seen games now where there's no sacks, a couple sacks. So sacks have also quieted down a little bit. Still some big games, but not as much. So unfortunately, I think Madden controls games, keeps points down with dumb interceptions, and yeah, I feel like I've seen fumbles occur more, which is I'm fine with because sometimes they get the ball back, sometimes they don't, and yeah, I think the league is getting a little bit better. It's not perfect, but with fixing quarterbacks and not making them so aggressive, not making defenses catch everything, not making the road team win more than the home team, I think we're in for a strong finish here the last 4 or 5 games of the season as we get to the playoffs and see if we can predict next year's Super Bowl winner. Anyway, if this helps, let me know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I try to get to them as much as possible. I can't wait for Madden 26 to get here. I know I haven't been talking at all in my videos. It's just like grinding out, recording these games and getting them out to you as fast as possible is really taken away from doing commentary, stuff like this, and I'm almost feel like I'm lost again because I haven't done this in a while, talking uh, into a microphone. So anyway, keep a lookout. We're coming down the home stretch. I'll be putting out a couple of videos breaking down the first look at the playoffs and stats and all that stuff. I know I haven't been doing that either, but I didn't want to do it every week. I kind of wanted to wait till the playoff picture first got released, and we will take a look at that very soon. That actually might be the next video right after this, so stay tuned for that. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you're having a great summer, and see you very soon.